Star Wars The Last Jedi was directed by Rian Johnson and stars Daisy Ridley as Rey and Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. I distinctly remember in 2015 when The Force Awakens released, and everyone loved it. I loved it too. I still love it, in fact. But then around March 2016, there was an awakening. Social media, review sites, all sorts of places were starting to sing from the same song sheet. The Force Awakens is bad and you are too for liking it. Felt bad, man. But I was sure that The Last Jedi would reverse all that. I remember seeing both Star Wars groups I'm in flip out when the Last Jedi trailer came out and praised The Force Awakens. And it was great seeing I wasn't alone in liking the sequels. But then the film came out and whoa, were people divided.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
I'm in the camp of, I love The Last Jedi. It's got great action, great visuals, great heart, great characters, great cinematography, great everything. Apart from Canto Bight, but still, it wasn't the worst thing in Star Wars now, was it? I especially like the throne room scene with Snoke, Kylo Ren and Rey, as well as the entirety of the crate scenes. But I can already see the responses. The Last Jedi was an objectively bad film, and you suck for liking it, and also I hate you. Shh. I don't really care if a film was objectively good or bad. I just like it, or dislike it, if I liked it, or dislike it. Also a side tangent. When did the fan base decide that these films were made purely for the fans and no one else? I see the same argument for DC films, Marvel films, Harry Potter films, etc. But that's a really, really stupid argument. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. 90% of fan ideas for films are terrible. Would you really want to see crooked old Luke Skywalker backflip over Kylo Ren, slice him up with 2 lightsabers, and then hop in an X-Wing, blow up 7 Death Stars, and then meet up with his great obscure cameo friends like, hold on a second. Alright, let's find some obscure Star Wars characters. Rawr! Ailson Theus. Why do they have such stupid names? Dugo! I've seen a lot of blame be pitted on 2 parties in particular. It's Disney's fault for making the film for money, or it's Rian Johnson's fault because he wrote a bad screenplay. First off with the Disney argument. People say that as if George Lucas didn't make the prequels purely out of the dollar signs in his eyes. If Star Wars wasn't meant to make money, then why are the Lego sets so expensive, huh? Secondly, the Rian Johnson side. I personally think he did a great job, and if you disagree, then that's cool. But don't constantly harass the man because your fan theories and expectations got in the way of you watching the film with an open mind. The final thing I want to raise is the characters, specifically Luke. A lot of people didn't like how he was handled, having him act more like Logan than Luke. All I really have to say is, it has been 30 years in the Star Wars universe. People change over time. If I made a friend at 15, and then met up with them when I was 45, I doubt they'd still act the exact same way. This Luke has often been described as a coward, and seeing what he's been through, I wouldn't blame him. He just defeated the dark side. No way he's gonna sleep soundly knowing his nephew could start it all over again. People even point to the scene where he attempts to murder Ben Solo, who turns into Kylo Ren. But like Luke said, it was just for a fleeting moment. The thought went through and left within a second. That 1 second thought that he feels ashamed of isn't the new basis of his character. His arc in The Last Jedi is based on his fear of the dark side returning, and what happens when it does. So in the end, I guess all I really wanted to say was, I really like The Last Jedi. Out of all the Star Wars films, it's currently ranked as my number 1, which may seem a bit weird, but this is also coming from the guy who liked Justice League, so take from that what you will. For me, the most important part of film judgment is gut instinct. As soon as I finish watching the film, what did I think? So for films like The Emoji Movie and Tag, it was a gut instinct of, didn't really like that. But for films like The Last Jedi, yeah, that's a solid film. I really, really enjoyed that. I may be a little bit too generous when it comes to my film ratings, but I'm going to give The Last Jedi a 9.5 out of 10. Really, really enjoyed it, would recommend. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on The Last Jedi. If you do want to state your own opinion about the film, then just remember to be polite. And would you be interested in seeing more of these film reviews? Because I would love to do more, so let me know what other films I should do. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you want, share. Can you still rate 5 stars?